Hello, we're the History Hikers. I'm Dries.
And I'm Jente. It's the end of 2022, so that means it is time for another History Hikers Year in Review.
Let's start off by wishing you happy holidays and all the best for the next year. We've been doing these History Hikers things for more than a year now, and we're still roaring to go to show you more interesting locations.
We're at 650 subscribers right now, which is more than 10 times we had last year.
600 more actually.
Oh. Thank you for joining us on our adventure, and a big thank you for the ones that stuck with us from the very beginning.
We started off here in the south of France, finishing off our videos from last year. Then we went to the north of the country and showing you some of the historical locations there. We interspersed those with some beautiful shots from our home country. Over the summer we finally took you to another country, which is Germany. And then we come full circle now and we're back in southern France, showing you some more of the beautiful region there.
And for those of you who are curious, actually when we are on holiday we shoot about 5 videos a day, and that is why they get published months later, and now you can enjoy beautiful sunny south of France in cold December month.
And one of the big recurring themes on our channel are castles.
And the arbitrary subjective castle score.
Each castle gets a score, and let's have a look at those right now. The top dogs this year were obviously Pierrefonds.
Yes, and Bourg Are. But there also were some castles that couldn't enchant us as much, like Maillerenval, Beauvais and La Folie. But between the high scores, the low scores, and not only castles, we've got some awards to give, and we'll do that right now.
We start off with the award of the most enjoyable visit. And I'm gonna have to say it was the Hermitage. The Hermitage of Saint-Michel. What an adventure reaching that place and visiting it.
That was indeed quite an adventure. But I'm going to say Castle Rock, because next to a history nerd, I am also a craft nerd. And at Castle Rock you could see a medieval ruin, but also explore some medieval crafts. So that was...
When there's a most enjoyable, there's also a least enjoyable. And we have to give an award for that as well. And my least enjoyable would be the Château de La Folie. It was overgrown, it was cold, there was a dude with a chainsaw working. Yeah, it had bad vibes. What do you think?
I'm going to say Maillerenval, because we couldn't reach it. And that day it was already the 3rd castle we couldn't reach, and I was getting quite fed up with not reaching castles.
But we have to visit every castle we can. We have to show them to you as well. The next category would be the best view. I would have to go for the Hermitage again. Amazing views over those gorges.
Yes, those gorges were indeed gorgeous. But I'm going to say Bourg Are, because I am a sucker for clouds and mountains, and we had clouds and mountains.
Beautiful views there.
But of course we are not just castle hikers, we are history hikers. So our next award would be the most interesting history. And I am going to say the Royal Castle of Senlis, because I have a personal connection to it. As a matter of fact, the election of Hugh Capet was featured in my bachelor paper at university.
You say Senlis, I would go for the castle at Nel, because of the soap opera history there. We've got intrigue, we've got murder. Very interesting to read upon it. We continue on with the most interesting visual detail, and I would have to go for those gear-like teeth around the base of the towers at the castle at Fère-en-Tardenois. What do you think?
Well, those were quite unique indeed, but I'm going to say I was most amazed by the fresh quality of the floral carvings at the Abbey of Chailly. And as I said before, we are the history hikers and not just the medieval history hikers, so we have an award for our favorite non-medieval place. And I am going to say Aldenbize, just because it was so close to us, and those weird structures in the English garden were just so quirky, and I like it.
I would have to go for the trenches at La Main de Massigue. Really cool experience visiting those, and we've just watched the film All Quiet on the Western Front. It brought me right back. And then last but not least, we have the best hike, with history hikers of course. And I would have to go for the 4-castle hike around Dinant. 4 castles, 1 huge hike, what's not to like?
Wow, you're a poet.
I'm a poet.
Well, I think it's approximately the 3rd time it gets featured on this list. But of course, I have to say the Hermitage. It was such an adventure exploring those gorgeous.
Gorgeous. That was last week's video. Check it out. But the best thing we had this year was the interaction with you, the fans, here on YouTube, but also on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us the past year. We wish you all the best for next year.
And I think we'll leave you with some bloopers.
Enjoy. Oh shit. Let's not drop this in here. Which way to go next? I'm already lost.
Big steps. Or some big steps. For my tiny legs. Aha, so the prison is over there. Dun 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 bang. You're getting old.
So old. The entire castle fits in this one shot. So that's all that's left. There's not a pigeon on there. Pigeons. Just missed all the pigeons taking off. Huh. Watch out, it's slippery here. Suddenly cars.
It doesn't work.
We have conquered Poil Vache. We continue on to the 3rd or 4th, because there was a surprise castle, which is Montaigle. Whee! Woo, 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 ay, 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 ay. Find it.
Yeah, and then check it out.
Bye. Bye.